Hello, everyone. This is Ben, or Bennyhillz, as I am on Magic Online. Lately, a couple people have been telling me that they think I should stream. Unfortunately, I don't know if my internet will permit that, but I figured I could make some recordings and post these to YouTube. So, yeah, we'll hop in for a draft. My last draft was a 2-1, not bad. It was a blue-green Oko opposition deck that was pretty sweet, but I just lost to Mana Crypt on turn one, 2 games in the second round. Happens to the best of us. So yeah, there might be some technical difficulties because that's certainly not a strength of mine, and this is my first time doing it. But hopefully it'll be all right. And either way, we're in for a sweet vintage cube draft. So in general, my philosophy. I'll disclaimer: I have 22 trophies. That is a lot. I do play a lot, but I've been keeping track of my statistics. At the beginning of each draft, I record my first pick. I record the ending archetype and the result, whether it's 3-0, 2-1, whatever. And I also write down my estimation of what how good I think the deck is out of 10. So I'll be interested to see at the end of this how strong the correlation is between my results and my expected results. I will say, in general, when I have a really, really broken deck and I know it, those are usually trophies. But there are a couple random 4 or 5s out of 10 that somehow get a trophy, and there's also some 7s that you just get Channel Emerald or something on turn 2. No matter how good you are, at Vintage Cube, anything can happen. Sometimes opponents can just do things that are completely unstoppable. So you have to accept that when you play this format. Hopefully we're the one doing something unstoppable this time. All right, here we are. So we got some good stuff here. No power, unfortunately, but definitely some things that catch my eye. Recurring Nightmare is a great card to build around. One of the best black cards in the cube. I generally like to play blue if I can, if it's open, but Recurring Nightmare is one of the cards that can pull you into black. And luckily, I mean, there's decent black multicolored cards, but the only other mono black card, Liliana Death's Majesty, is not great. So if we were to take the Nightmare, it sends a decent, it sends a signal maybe that people shouldn't go into black. So there's points for that. Fast Bond is great in some decks, in Storm especially. I'm not really a Storm aficionado, so I lean away from that generally, and I don't think that's the card you want to first pick. Although it's also great with like Corsair and stuff like that. There's Uro, which I think is solid. Multicolored card in the first pick isn't really what you want. Upheaval is just a busted card. It's so powerful; it can get you out of situations nothing else can. And then there's Shelldock Isle. Um, I think I'm leaning towards the Shelldock. I'm good at these sorts of decks, and I think it's just a very powerful card. It's a land, it's splashable, it's cheap. So yeah, we'll start with the Shelldock. Um, Now obviously we're looking to be in blue now, just because A, it's Vintage Cube, and B, we have a Shelldock. I think Jace is definitely worse than Factor Fiction, although they're both solid. Factor Fiction is a very good card, and it's good with Shelldock. The fact that it digs 5 deep and turns on Shelldock quickly is very nice. There's also Misty Rainforest. That's the other main consideration. That's a really close pick, and I definitely wouldn't fault someone for taking either one. I think while it is important to prioritize good fixing, Factor Fiction is very powerful, and I think this sends a little bit more of a signal. You're going to be passing good stuff no matter what. So it's not like you can really sort of fully cut a color, and people will be playing blue to my left no matter what. But I do think like passing a pack with 2 good blue cards isn't really a signal I want to give, and this card is just very powerful. Splashable too. So I think we're gonna go with a Foff here over the Misty. Okay. Blue is not too open, unsurprisingly. There's some really good big colorless stuff. I think Ulamog is one of the best things to ramp into. But I think here Worn Power Stone looks the best. It's just really powerful. I think Mono Blue Artifacts is a really powerful deck. And when the uses Shelldock and Factor Fiction very well because it makes a lot of colorless mana. And so card draw that doesn't require a lot of blue mana is nice. That's Oracle is not great. It's really only good in extremely hard control or combo decks. So yeah, looks like mono white. There's no mono white cards in this pack. So it's possible the person who I right picked a mono white card, or there's just not a lot of white in this pack. But we'll go with the one Power Stone, see where we end up. We'd love to wheel one of these big colorless things, but for now we'll just take the mana. Okay, Gaia's Cradle is the best card in this pack, I would say. This card is just extremely powerful. There is a Steam Vents, and honestly, a lot of blue cards. They're all pretty good. So great. That's a great sign. Um, this is an artifact, but I'm sort of leaning towards Steam Vents here. I think blue-red is probably the best color combination. Luteral Core is replaceable. Dig Through Time is good, but not the best. Venture is definitely a really strong card, but it's not like a make or break card in any deck. And fourth pick Steam Vents is relatively late for a very good dual land. There's also a couple red cards in this pack, so that's a good sign for that. So we'll take this. Maybe end up in some sort of blue-red mana deck. All right, this is a pretty interesting pack. I think I'm really happy to have taken the Steam Vents because I'm a huge fan of Fiery Confluence. Blue here is weak. We passed the High Tide, so someone's gonna have fun with that in this Palancron maybe. Avalanche Riders is decent, but this card is just phenomenal. It's a board sweeper it's a creature board sweeper that's not bad in game one. It's amazing. Sometimes you just blow up 3 artifacts and just win, and then it also gives a lot of reach. So really flexible, really powerful, extremely underrated. I've seen this go very late sometimes. I would say this is the best red card in the cube, and it's the red card that I'm most happy to first pick because it's one of the best cards in mono red aggro, just 6 points of burn, and it's one of the best cards in red control decks because it's just very good at cleaning up lots of stuff. Oh. All right, I think we're just playing Confluence Tribal at this point. The Scarab God is amazing. If we had taken Baleful Strix, we could have taken this, and that's a great start for a blue-black deck. And Lightning Bolt is a pretty good card. It's a lot worse in this format than any other cube, but we would happily play it. But Mystic Confluence is great. Card draw, interaction, very versatile. Good when you're behind because you can bounce a lot of creatures in our colors. Just really exactly what we want. So slam dunk Mystic Confluence, and this is a very good start. All right, so Firebolt is very good against some of the creature decks. I would definitely play this. I know some people don't like playing this in the main deck. I've seen LSV want to cut this, but I actually do like playing this in the main deck. Usually, I mean, if you have a bunch of bolt effects, no, but in my opinion, this is one of the best. But I still think we're going to go with Treasure Cruise here. It's great with Factor Fiction. We passed the dig. You don't want both of those in your deck, really, but I think having one is nice, and it's just solid card draw, and we'll just be aware of that and want to take some cheap spells that fuel Delve going forward. Well, I like Shark Typhoon. Terror of the Peaks, cool card, not great, but we'll definitely just take this roll. This is a great sign, getting a late blue-red duel. I also think, in general, the manlands are just very strong. There's definitely some matchups where you can just trade down and then have a manland left at the end, and that's how you win. They're hard to interact with for a lot of decks. They don't get hit by sorcery speed or non-land removal. So, yeah, pretty happy to take a late fume roll there. All right, so Golos is pretty good. We have a Shell Dock and a fume roll, so that makes it a lot better. And we have potentially an interest in some mana with this Worn Power Stone. I do love Kolaghan's Command. This is just a phenomenal card. Great interaction, very versatile. Card advantage almost always. But I think I'm leaning towards the Golos here. There's still a chance we end up in like a blue artifact deck with a Worn Power Stone. And this is just really good when you have the value lands that we have. Although, slightly regretting this now. Duretti is great. And so there's definitely a chance Grixis is where we're supposed to end up. I think we are still going to take it. I'm not a big fan of Siege Gang Commander. High Tide is a cool card, but I don't think that's really the direction we're going here. So we'll take the Duretti. Feel a little sad we don't have a Kolaghan's Command and still probably not play black. Okay, I think this is a good spot for a Pyroclasm. This is a card that I'm not going to want to main deck. Even against the creature decks, it's not always good, but there are some matchups where this is just going to be absolutely phenomenal. And we're looking like we're going to have a good, slow card advantage engine, so the sort of fast creature decks look like they might be a tough matchup. Okay, there's a Dig. I think Dig is probably going to be a little bit better than Treasure Cruise for this deck, and a Grim Lavamancer, which is another pull in the mana. That's really close. Or pull in the graveyard, rather. I think I'm leaning towards the Dig. It's not great to have 2 of this effect, but it's nice to have the flexibility. There's some matchups where we'll really want one or the other. Against a removal heavy black deck, just raw card quantity is important. Taking Avalanche Riders here, not necessarily going to play it, but it is again good in some matchups. Neither of these are looking great. There may be a chance. It's more likely we'll end up in a deck where artifacts matter. So we'll take that. Ooh, happy to get the last pick, Firebolt. All right, so this is a good start. It's not the best start ever, but I'm definitely happy with where we're at right now. Okay, Glorybringer, great card. Brainstorm, pretty solid, although we don't have any fetches. It's great with Shelldock Isle, though. But I think we want to take the Oko. Tough on the mana, but I think this card is just phenomenal. If we don't end up with a fixing, that's okay. We're not missing out on anything that is essential for our deck. And yeah, Oko is just a broken card. So we'll be on the lookout for some green fixing. We don't have any green cards right now, so I don't think it's particularly open, but low downside and potentially very high upside if we get the fixing for it. Blue, red, green is an interesting combo. That's not one that I've drafted a ton, but I do think it has potential. I mean, any color combination where you're mostly blue is a good start, but I'll take this Oko and hope to get the fixing to make it work. Ooh, I love me a Jace. It's a great card. We have some great stuff to flashback with it, ways to fill our, and ooh, we can also really make good use of the fact that it fills the graveyard, but I think we should just take the Counterspell. Counterspell is just incredible. Cheap interaction is really the name of the game in this format. This is how you beat the Channel Emrakul on turn 2 and stuff like that. There's sometimes where Counterspell is even too slow, but this is just a great card. So I think we'll take this and be sad to pass the Jace, but it is what it is. Okay, so looking at these two blue cards here, there's no other cards that are really a consideration, and they're both very good. We do have a lot of card draw already. I think in general, I would say Ancestral is slightly more powerful. I do just think you basically want as much card draw as you can. Oh, this is really close. We have we have a lot of expensive stuff right now, and so that makes me lean a little bit more towards the click, but I still think I'm going to take this Ancestral. Like, you can't really have too much card draw. It's a turn 1 play that's very powerful. It's nice with Shelldock, and yeah, I just think it's, another card for Fueling Delve. So we'll go with this. Okay, there's a Spire Bluff Canal, which I would love to have. And, ooh, actually, I think we probably should still take Preordain. Ancient Grudge is a absolutely phenomenal card. And it's looking like we ideally want to be able to have that green splash. So that is a real consideration. But we already have Fiery Confluence for extreme artifact removal and Oko for sort of artifact removal, assuming we can get there. There's also slim chance Ancient Grudge wheel, so I think we're going to go with the Preordain here. Also, Spire Bluff Canal would obviously be a great wheel. And since we've gotten 2 late blue-red duels, it's on the table. But, like, this is a deck where ideally we end up in Twin. Like, we're in blue-red with a lot of card draw. We haven't seen any of the pieces yet, but that would be ideal. And Preordain is just so good if you have any sort of combo. And, again, great with Delve. So we'll take that. Okay, this is our first sort of real brick pack early on. Yeah, like, Tezzeret is not where we want to be right now. Hellrider is a good card, but we're not that sort of deck. I guess we're not even fully committed to red. We do have the fixing, but we could potentially end up in just blue-green, like heavy blue, blue-green. I think we'll take the Krasis here. Yeah, not in love with this card when we already have a lot of card draw, but we do have a 1 Power Stone, so we'll see how the mana shakes up. We'll take this and then not play it unless we get very good green fixing. Okay, interesting. Windswept Heath could be a good dual land if we can pick up a green-red or green-blue land. There's also Faithless Looting, but I think Chromox is just what this deck wants. We have a ton of card draw, so we can fuel it well. We have a lot of good 3s and 4s. The accelerating out is nice. And we even have some situational cards, like if we have 2 Delve cards or we have an Ancestral late. Those are just great things to pitch to it. So, yeah, we'll take this Chromox and be very happy about it. Okay. Inferno Titan is a great top end card. It just has an immediate impact, closes the game very quickly. It's just a powerful card. There's also a Sower of Temptation, which is strong, but not the strongest, especially because we don't really have any other creatures except this one Golos. So if they have any removal, it's just gonna hit the Sower. I think we would definitely play the Sower if it wheeled or if we got it, but I think we're gonna go with the Titan here. I think this is just a really powerful card. Also, really awesome if you can just turn 3 Power Stone or turn 2 off Chrome Mox, and then the next turn straight to Inferno Titan. Okay, you can't really ask for anything better than an 8th pick Pestermite. Like every single other player in the draft looked at this and didn't take it, which I can't imagine someone would have taken a Kiki or a Splinter Twin and then passed this unless maybe the person to our side is playing Twin and they also opened up Ancestral or something. But we'll definitely take this Twin or this Pestermite and really hope we can get there. Wow. Okay, this is amazing. Blue is very open. Turkey Mage finds Chrome Mox, but that doesn't really matter. We'll take the Brainstorm. Again, Grave of Sheldock. Yeah, this is looking like a really powerful Twin deck, potentially, if we can find a couple more of the combo pieces. Here, this is an uninspiring pack. Banefire is not what we want. Neither is Mind's Desire. None of these really are. I think we'll take the Inspiring Advantage. There's a chance we end up picking up a Resto and getting some white fixing and wanting that. So we'll take this, but probably not play it. Duretti is pretty weak. It's just a bad looter. We don't really have an artifact synergy thing going on. I think we're just gonna I can't really imagine a situation where this is a card we want to play. So I think we're gonna take the Helix again in case we end up with a white splash. Okay, we're in the dregs of this. We already have 16 good cards though, so we don't really need to be filling it out with borderline playables late in the packs. We'll take the Lava Claw, but not planning on playing it. Okay, these are actually both reasonable cards if we do end up with a white splash. This is really great with Kiki Jiki, but I think Oblivion Ring is just a good flexible answer. We'll take this. And actually, Thing of the Ice looks pretty reasonable here. I'm not a huge fan of this card normally, but we have a lot of cheap cantrips, a lot of card draw. Yeah, ooh. Well, this will likely not make the cut, but it could, and I would not be sad to see that happen. We're taking the Black Lotus, obviously. This is a great deck for Black Lotus. I mean, it's not the best deck. It's not Storm or something, but like Black Lotus out of turn 3 Titan is just so powerful. We have lots of card draw to recoup for the card disadvantage. And we're also just slow, so something that can help us accelerate out is very nice. I would love to pick up this Force of Negation, but blue looks very open. We got some late blue stuff, so I think there's a reasonable chance it wheels. Obviously, there's a card that's better the heavier blue you are, so if someone just has a small blue splash, they're not going to be particularly interested in this. We're obviously not the only blue drafter. That's just impossible, but yeah, obviously taking this Black Lotus and being very happy about it. Okay, I love Fire and Ice. It's just great interaction, and this is looking like a surprisingly good Torrential Gearhulk deck. I'm not a huge fan of this card in general, but we have a lot of stuff that it works well with. But it does wheel sometimes, and there's also a Flood Strand. Like, I think we just got to take this. It's a great blue-red dual land. Yeah, it potentially enables the white splash, so hopefully we can wheel that Gearhulk. That would be a really nice card to get out of this pack. Oh, wow. Okay, I love Spell Pierce. Would absolutely play this. Hallowed Fountain or Plateau would be nice for the potential white splash, but this is just one of the best cards in the cube. It's looking like this Oko is unfortunately not going to make the cut, but we replaced it with the other broken 3-mana Planeswalker. Oh, the other. Obviously, wow, actually, I just realized there's a cycle. Dak, Oko, Ashiok, and Teferi, broken 3-mana blue and another thing, Planeswalkers. So we'll take out the off-color one, bring in the on-color one. This is a great card. Steals artifacts, loots towards your combo if we end up with that. Very happy about that. Okay, we'll take a Control Magic. I think this effect is way worse in this cube than in any other cube, but it's still good. I think it's also, especially just having the first version of it is very nice. Like, I don't think it's great to just have a million of this effect, but the first Control Magic effect is really nice. Helps a lot against decks like Reanimator, Mono Green. It's not terrible against just like, Mono White or Mono Red, where you can easily get a 2-for-1 with it. So yeah, we'll take this. There's Orphelos, great card, but we're not going that direction. Also Botanical Sanctum, but like we have tons of great blue-red stuff. I think we're happy to just do this now. Ooh, okay. Well, so there's an Impulse. Great card. We'd love to have this, but we already have a couple other cheap plays like that. And I mean, yeah, we're really hoping to get that twin now. We have two pieces to combo with it. I think that we actually have a decent shot. I really don't think someone's taken it so far. We certainly haven't seen it ourselves. We still have 4 more packs to see that. So yeah, I think we're just gonna take this Deceiver X Arc and really hope that we can pick up a twin. No twin. There's this Blood Crypt, but we're not really looking like we're gonna be playing black here. Like one Duretti in the board is not that inspiring. Although I guess we do also have Lava Claw, so we have decent stuff, but we also can't fetch it with Flood Strand. I think we're just gonna be more interested in this Shield Breaker. This card's just good. We didn't get that Ancient Grudge. I'll basically play as much artifact removal as I can in game 1. There's some matchups where it's not great, but there's other matchups where it's just incredibly important. Yeah, so we'll take this. Man, I mean, I'm definitely happy to get this Tropical Island, but I'm worried we're not going to get there on this twin combo, which would be a bummer. I mean, we don't need it. We are light on win conditions. We have this Inferno Titan, not much else, but with this Tropical Island, this Oko Splash is looking more reasonable again. So yeah, like we'll take this and really, really hope for the twin here. There we go. Never even worried. Obviously, we knew this was coming the whole time. I would love a Daze in this deck. Teferi is a great card. Thoughtseize is a great card. Renin 6, good card. That actually would be pretty nice for us. I mean, I guess we don't have a ton of fetch lands, but it is looking like we might be red-green, but obviously taking Kiki, not close. So, there's a Resto, but I don't think we're interested in that. Like, we don't really have the means to splash white that well. We have 2 white lands, and we already have 2 pieces of the combo with Kiki. That's the harder piece to find. We could take the Signet. It's half on color. Obviously helps in the splash that we're not playing. But I think this is probably the right move. It helps us cast Kiki. Yeah, just a solid card. Love wheeling this Fire and Ice. That is a great, great thing to wheel. So we'll take that very happily. Flame Slash is decent, but this gives us, I guess this doesn't help us that much. Because our Flood Strand already gets green. I guess it gives us a second green to get, but I can't really imagine that mattering. There's some matchups where Flame Slash will be very good, so we'll take the Flame Slash. Nice. Okay, wheeling this is great. This is making me feel a lot better about this Oko. Now we have 3 free green sources and Black Lotus, so 4. Yeah, I think that's actually looking like it's enough. None of this is going to get played. Whatever, take the land, take the thing, take the thing. All right, so I really like where we're at here, actually. We have good mana, we have Shelldock, we have a Manland, we have some broken Planeswalkers, we have an infinite combo, so really can't complain. I think this is probably going to want to be a 17 land deck. I don't shy away from 18, honestly. I think I do 18 more than a lot of people. But we have Chrome Mox, Black Lotus, some other artifact mana. So I think this is fine. We need to make 2 cuts here. Let's see. I think the cards on the chopping block here are Thing in the Ice, one of these Delve cards, maybe a Worn Power Stone. I think, yeah, these are the cards that are on the chopping block. I think I'm leaning towards cutting this Treasure Cruise. We already have a lot of card draw with Ancestral, Mystic Confluence, Factor Fiction, and then in addition to the cantrips to find them. I guess we do have Dak is great with Delve, but I think Dig is definitely stronger than Treasure Cruise in this deck. In a combo deck, you just want to, like, finding this Kiki Jiki is going to be very important for us. I think we'll cut that. And then I think we can cut this Thing in the Ice. It's decent, but there's a lot of matchups where it's, like, not that relevant. We'll bring this in against creature decks for sure, and it'll be very good there. But I think this seems like a pretty good place to start. And so now, I guess, so we have, for green, we have Botanical Sanctum, Tropical Island, Flood Strand, Black Lotus. That's 4 green sources for 1 card. And then also Golos. It's not the best green source because it's a lot later than ideally you want to be playing Golos, but I don't think we need to play any other green sources. And then we definitely, blue is the most important color. We do need triple red. So there's that. Actually, Avalanche Riders could be decent in this deck as well. It's great with Kiki Jiki. We have a lot of artifact disruption, which makes Avalanche Riders look a little bit better. But I think we're gonna start with this build. And let's see, we have 11 basics to add. I'm thinking probably 7 and 4. Let's see, 4 mountains would give us 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-ish red sources. That's not great for a triple red card, but we really need the blue much, much more badly because the blue will find us red. Like we have the cantrips and early interaction. That's basically where all of our most important cards are. And then if we have 7 islands, that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Actually, 13 is a lot of blue. Maybe that's more than we need. Yeah, I think I feel okay about going 6-5 then. Yeah, I think 12 is a lot of blue sources, especially when you count these other artifacts. We'll see what they suggest. They suggest playing 39 cards. Interesting. Yeah, we'll give that mountain a go. Yeah, I think this is a really sweet deck. So against creatures, we can bring in Flame Slash, Pyroclasm, Thing in the Ice. That'll really help a lot. Against grindy decks, we can cut this Firebolt for a Treasure Cruise and just have a lot more card draw. Against weak mana bases, we have this Avalanche Rider. So we actually have a relevant sideboard, which is not something you always have in Vintage Cube necessarily, but it's nice to have here. Hydroid Crisis is also an option. I think we might want to bring that in against some of the grindier decks, especially decks that have counter magic, and this is a nice source of card advantage that cannot be countered, but like our green mana is too sketchy for that to be the main deck. So yeah, we'll run this. Hopefully we don't lose to Botanical Sanctum when we need that Kiki Jiki, but yeah, I give this deck a 9 out of 10. I'll actually pop this up and let's see. So yeah, 9 out of 10. I think this is a great deck. And our first pick was Shelldog. Alrighty. So I think our greatest weaknesses will be really broken stuff. We have okay early interaction, but we only have 1 cheap counterspell. I would love to have like a Mana Leak or a Miscalc or something here. So any sort of like combo-y deck could be tough. We don't have great removal for big creatures, so that's not ideal. It's not a 10 out of 10 deck, but we have a really strong proactive plan. Great card draw to find it. A good mana base. So yeah, definitely really happy with where we ended up here. And happy with this hand. Ooh, okay, this is interesting. We could go. I do like having this Deceiver Exarch. An option would be to go turn 1, Chromox, Signet. Don't need these stuffs anymore. I was playing opposition last round, as I mentioned, so had all those in. We'll see what we're up against, but if they're doing anything fast at all, I do think we're probably just going to pitch this Deceiver Exarch and hope to find the Pestermite when we want a combo. Just turn 2 Factor Fiction is like a really powerful play. Then we'll have a lot of mana, a lot of cards. It's pretty much exactly what you want to be doing in Vintage Cube. Okay, drawing another land makes me a little bit more sad to be pitching one of the spells, but I think it's right here. So, sorry, Deceiver Exarch. Hopefully we can find your friend, Pestermite. Good mana too. Obviously we have plenty of blue, plenty of green. We have 2 red, so we need 1 more red for Kiki, but we have double red for all the other red spells in our deck, and well, we're not like trying to turbo combo this game. I think we're going to be playing basically a control game and then end with a Kiki combo. There will be some matchups where we just want to run it out fast, but against blue-black, like it's going to be a interactive, grindy game most likely. So not too worried about. Oh, all right. Now I'm worried about everything. Mind Twist would be. Oh, that's brutal. Okay. Yeah, losing the Factor Fiction there hurts a lot, obviously. That was a big part of our plan. That was an amazing turn, too. So now we have nothing. Golos or something, though. So we'll just pass. Next turn, Golos for Sheldock. There's some consideration for Fumarole. And in fact, if we draw Kiki, I think we might want to. Oh, just realized I really messed this up. We definitely could have just had Golos mana. So we'll change that after this game. We have access to black, white, everything. So yeah, we're definitely going to bring those in. All right, this is a really strong start from our opponent. So it's a little bit unfortunate. Well, I guess we're getting the Fumarole now. Definitely just jamming this Golos here. And feeling pretty stupid that we can't activate this in a couple turns. All right, yeah, easy Fumarole. This is decent too because if they are paying life to the Confidant, it's more likely that the 4 damage from this could really matter. Hopefully they flip the Grizzlebrand. Never lucky. All right, I mean, we're definitely pretty far behind here. I think we obviously are very much in this still, but it's not great. Okay, there's a Choop. That's not ideal, but still don't hate our position. I mean, if this Sheldock can hit a combo, like as long as you have a combo in your deck, you're never really dead. Ooh, I think we're just gonna take this Bob. Our life total is pretty high. It's a really powerful card. It'll probably die, but yeah. Okay. Not the best hits ever, but I'm pretty happy taking a Fiery Confluence. I don't think it'll matter, but whatever. All right, yeah. So we'll steal this Bob, make them use their removal spell on it, but at least then they're not drawing cards anymore. So it looks like this is like a base blue-black control deck, which is much better. Like you always want your opponent to not be playing blue when you have the option, unless you're playing some sort of like extremely hyper aggro deck. If they're just animating Mutavault and beating for 4, I mean, our life total isn't super high, but I feel okay about that still. Fiend Art is interesting. Okay. I mean, yeah, this is not looking like I mean, they had a great turn too. Like him, Torok, and Night's Whisper in the same turn is nice, but I think this is probably gonna I think our deck is definitely better than their deck from what we've seen. And so even if we do lose this one, we can make it up in the next 2. Yeah, Hanger back, not that scary. Hopefully we draw deck and steal it. See, we can cast any spell in our deck, so that's nice. I mean, if we flip something huge, not great for our life total, but good for our board. Oh, okay, that went really well. All right, so Dak is good for fueling our Sheldock. Let's see. We do want to hold cards for Dak, but I also don't hate the idea of holding up Fumarole mana. So I think we're just going to play our land here. We would like our Dak to stay alive if we can. I mean, yeah, if we just hold the land and then Dak gets killed, that doesn't really accomplish too much. So, yeah, we'll hold up Fumarole here. Thank you very much. Call me Mr. Steal Your Creatures. We're gonna we could actually attack with Fumarole. No, I think we just wanna hold back here. We have a Bob, we have a Dak, we have some creatures. Like we win this long game. We don't. It would be nice to find, or actually no, I was gonna say it would be nice to have a way to kill this Bob in case it gets out of hand. But we have this Fiery Confluence under the Sheldock, so we can just kill our own Bob if we need to. So at this point, I mean, it'd be great if we could just draw the combo off of Dark Confidant, but other good cards to get. Oh, I forgot that we didn't wheel that Torrential Gearhulk. That's too bad. But just an Inferno Titan to just clear up the board would be nice, and Oko to just control any future things they could have would be nice. They do have multiple manlands, which we don't have a ton of answers for. The fact that all of our burn spells are sorcery speed is not great. So that's something to be aware of, but we can hopefully manage their manlands with our creatures. Did they just send Mutavault? Okay, looks like they're sending, okay, just these 2. We definitely want to animate our Fumarole here. I actually kind of want to just trade off the Bob for this Mutavault. Like, I think keeping this around is nice. Keeping the Hanger back around is nice too. We have card draw, so I think we're just going to do this actually. I definitely don't love just losing this Bob here, but I think it's okay. Let's see. Dak or Bob, which one do we want more? I also do think there's a lot of value in killing this Meta Ball. I think we're going to do this. Like, yeah. We have a lot of card draw on our deck, too. And, like, with Dak churning us towards our card draw, I'm not too worried about, like, running out of gas. I mean, he says while having no cards in hand, but I still think this is fine. Bone Shredder. Okay, so I guess they can kill our Fumarole. That's fine. It's not ideal, but that wasn't like a huge part of our game plan. Okay, Counterspell is good. This is where Dak is a little bit annoying. Like, if we just draw good cards, I don't want to discard them, but I think we do still do here. Okay, yeah, these are both pretty bad. No respect for this Black Lotus. So they can kill our Dak now, but Dak got us this Hangerback Walker, and it got rid of 2 bad cards, and this Hangerback will potentially get to put in some work here. I'm guessing that they only have 1 card in hand. I don't know if they'll pay for this Bone Shredder. The Fiend Artisan could actually start becoming a problem pretty soon if they can start getting creatures. I mean, I don't really know what like Terrify. I guess they could get like Gaunty or something. It would hopefully that it doesn't get big enough that we can't kill it with this Fiery Confluence next turn or 2 turns from now. But I mean, yeah, I think we're definitely ahead here, which is nice. On turn 2, we're feeling very behind, but we have Counterspell. We have a lot of mana. Yeah, I mean, we don't know what their 2 cards are. They have not played land every turn. Oh no, they have played land every turn. So there's a chance they just have like a swamp or something. Yeah, it looks like the opponent's in the tank about whether to send them both at Dak, which they shouldn't be in the tank about that. They definitely should do that. And then I guess if they do, I don't think it's. I mean, we could block the Choop and level this up, but I don't think that's gonna be worth it. You can see how janky my technology is. This is just on Zoom. I mean, I had work today and then just finished work and jumped into this pretty quickly. So if I end up doing this more regularly, which I hope to do, I'm gonna level up the technology a little bit. And if there's any technologically savvy people that watch this, I would love some help and potentially would be willing to pay if you'd be willing to, I don't know, give me some advice and maybe set up an intro or something. Conversation for the day. Right now, we're going to focus on beating ours end. So if they send them both to Dak, we're just going to let Dak die. Put in some good work. I mean, we actually can't prevent Dak from dying, but we're not going to trade our Hangerback for this Choop. If we have the opportunity next turn, we will trade it for the Fiend Artisan. Okay. I don't really care about Solemn, but it will. This is close. The fact that they can sack it to the Fiend Artisan to draw a card and get something is a little bit annoying, and it gives them mana so they can get like a 7-drop or a 6-drop. They'll have 7 mana to get a 6-drop. I think it actually is worth countering this. I definitely could go either way, but like they don't have any cards in hand. Like we don't have it's yeah, if we were way ahead, we could play very conservatively and not counter this, but I think we should just do this now. Like we're at parity and they don't have any big plays following this up right now. Level this up and draw card draw. Ooh, okay. No value in playing this. Copying Hangerback doesn't do anything. I guess I mean they could draw Thoughtseize, but they could also draw Doomblade. Like yeah, I think it's probably better to just keep this in hand. I guess, yeah, we're gonna do that. Yeah, we're gonna do that. There's also, we're also likely gonna want to kill some creatures with this Fiery Confluence. Obviously, do not want to kill our own Kiki Jiki. We do have enough mana perfectly so that if we draw a Pestermite, we can just win immediately. So hopefully we do that. Or I mean, yeah, dig would be amazing here. Like that would just dig us so deep into our deck. Worst case scenario is they play Liliana of the Veil, uptick this and get some value. But even if they do that, it's not like we have no win conditions. All right, drew a swamp. They can sack this Choop to get something. like Grave Titan is probably the scariest thing. The scariest thing would be Consecrated Sphinx, but I don't think they're playing Consecrated Sphinx. Obviously, basically mono black. All right, what 6-drop are you gonna get? Grave Titan. Grave Titan would put a really fast clock on us. That would be not good. Scarab God is also bad, and it's something that we cannot kill with Fiery Confluence, unfortunately. I mean, it's just something we can't kill in general. Well, let's draw Pestermite. Boom. Dang. Okay. What can they make with this Scarab God? They can make a Golos. It doesn't do a ton. They can make a. Oh, actually, they can just make instant speed kill spells. That's pretty bad. Yeah, that's unfortunate. This card is underrated by me and by other people. I feel like this. I mean, there's obviously games where it doesn't do anything, but it looks like their deck is pretty good for it. They have some dudes they don't really care about that they can sack, and some good into the battlefield effects to get with it. Yeah, that's definitely bad. Hopefully, if they can basically guarantee a win if they just hold up mana always. So hopefully they don't do that. Unfortunately, we're not really in a position where we have a chance of Fiery Confluencing them out. We do have some time here. I mean, that will kill us sort of quickly, but Hangerback Walker is a good defender. So we have some draws, and like in those draws, we have a lot of things to draw more cards. So, like, a Preordain would be amazing. A Brainstorm would be potentially game winning. Like, obviously, yeah, Pestermite wins. Inferno Titan would actually be pretty bad. That doesn't really accomplish too much here. Let's see, what are they making? A Dark Confidant? Golos, okay. So, whether or not to chump is an interesting question here. I mean, we're going to actually no. I don't think it's that interesting of a question because I think we basically need to. We're not going to be able to really kill anything with this Hangerback Walker. Yeah, looking back, it actually would have been a consideration to kill this troop when they were attacking the DAC, because that would give them just fewer creatures to sacrifice. They could always sack Tar Pit, but that's not too bad because they have to spend a lot of mana to use that, so they couldn't get a Scarab God. So yeah, I think that might have actually been a better play in hindsight. So I already made 2 mistakes so far. That's not great, but everyone makes them, I guess. Yawgmoth's Will. That's bad. That's really, really bad because they can just play Black Lotus Hymn to Turok now. In fact, I actually think we're just going to scoop if they do that because we don't want to show. Oh, no, they actually already saw the Deceiver Exarch. Don't play Hymn to Turok. I mean, they obviously are going to. Yeah. I think we're just going to concede and not show them the Kiki. We're taking 10 here. We're dead next turn. Yeah. So that was a swingy game. We were great hand. They hit our Fact or Fiction on turn 2 and drew some cards. A lot of back and forths. But they did come out on top. Okay, step 1, fix our mana. So Lava Claw Reaches comes in for Mountain. Inspiring Vantage comes in for Mountain. These are not great. They're double off color. I don't think we want to play those. We already have black, blue, green, red, and white. So, yeah, that's nice. Let's see. I think I like Treasure Cruise here. They're going to be making us discard cards and killing our stuff and whatnot. So that seems pretty good. And we didn't see a ton of artifacts, so I think we can cut the Shield Breaker. Avalanche Riders is also a consideration. It is good against their manlands. What would we be cutting if we brought that in? I actually think we're going to cut Crow Mox. They're a black deck. They're trading 1-for-1 a lot. We don't want to be doing stuff that's putting us down on cards. And we're on the play. On the draw, we might want to bring this back in. We're a little thin on cheap plays, but they don't have that much that we really need to worry about early on. I mean, Dark Confidant's good, but yeah, I think this is fine. We'll run this. No. Wait until we draw 5 lands, 2 Delve spells. Okay, this is a good hand. We have a lot of colors of mana. We can Golos for sure. We have some card draw. We don't have double blue, which is a little bit annoying, but Golos can find that. Yeah, perfectly serviceable hand. Ooh, oh man. Okay, their deck is pretty good, honestly. Oh, I retract my prior statement. Turn one Ophiomancer is not the most threatening Dark Ritual play they could have made. It's a bit of a clock, but not really. Okay, so hopefully they don't him to Torok us. I feel like they would have him to Torok us on turn one if they could have. So it's probably going to mean we get to Factor Fiction next turn. And that's awesome when we have this Treasure Cruise in hand. So I'd say we're in a very good position right now. I mean, we're getting hit, but we're at 17. We have Golos to slow them down. Ooh, that's interesting. I think I like doing that, actually. We'll cast this, blow up their tar pit, and I think we're just going to hold this back and block. We don't really care about damage. And it's prevent. I mean, we'll just trade with the snake. We're not going to pay the echo cost, so they'll get a new snake, but it still just prevents 3 damage. Killing your tar pit and preventing 3 damage on turn 2 seems like a pretty good play. So this Avalanche Riders could have been a Embereth Shield Breaker. Definitely happy with the sideboard choice we made here. So obviously a land would be the best draw because then we can Factor Fiction end of turn. If we don't draw a land, yeah, I think we're just going to Factor Fiction main phase now. We definitely want to be hitting our land drops here. Okay, got some stuff there. If they split lands and spells, that would be interesting. I think we'd probably take spells, even though that's a little bit annoying to miss our land drop. But if they don't split lands and spells, we're just taking the 2 pile, I think, or the 3 pile. Yeah, we're definitely happy to just take these. Deck doesn't look incredible on this board. Now we can go Island, Preordain, hold the Brainstorm until we have Shelldock or Shuffle Effect or something if we can. I think these are both good. We want to hit our land drops, and yeah, we'll put the Island on top, obviously, so that if they Thoughtseize us, they cannot take our Mystic Confluence. And then next turn, our plan is probably Firebolt the Ophiomancer plus Golos. Recurring Nightmare. Okay, that's definitely scary. It also makes Firebolt the Ophiomancer pretty bad because they can just stack the snake, get it back, and then replay it. Hopefully they don't have a discard outlet. I think we're just gonna brainstorm and then shuffle with Golos. Although maybe not. Our hand is good. Like there's no cards that we really want to get rid of. I guess this Firebolt's looking a little bit weak. Yeah, I think we should just brainstorm. This is very close. I think I'm gonna brainstorm. I think we don't want this Firebolt, and it's likely that we'll find at least one other card we don't want in the top 3. Interesting. Okay. We have 2 Delve cards, but I think that's fine. We'll put back these 2. And Island Golos. So we have access to every color already, actually. Let's see. Oh, no, yeah. You can get white here. Red, white, blue, green, black. Yep. So we'll just get our Fumarole. And then next turn we can, I mean, we could play spells or we could just use Golos. I mean, there's a chance literally just the Golos activation would win the game. It depends. If they really put pressure on us with this Recurring Nightmare, like dump something huge in the graveyard somehow and bring it back, then we will probably need to not use Golos. But if we can, I think that seems like a pretty good play, especially since we have enough mana to just use Golos and then still play Shelldock Isle. Our hand is gas. Like, All of these cards are X for ones. What is this? Mind Twist for 3? Okay, that's fine. We have Goalless in play. It's a little sad to lose both Delve cards since obviously they're both exceptionally efficient when they're at their best. And Control, yeah, I mean, those are all good, but everything we have is good too. So, time to spin the Goalless wheel. Always a fun time. Are we going to win? Wow. Industrial's good. Wow. All right, we got a lot of stuff going on here. I actually think I'm just going to play the Shell Dock. Like, we have 3 lands in hand. We're not, like, I don't really care about losing this value, and just having the combo available as soon as possible is good against this Recurring Nightmare. So, sorry, lands. All right, Kiki Jiki, easy pick. Like, yeah. Well, do we think they're going to have any ways to blow up our lands? Because it would be pretty annoying if they killed the Kiki, if they killed the land and exiled the Kiki Jiki for good. But we haven't seen anything that does that. There's not a ton of effects like that in blue-black. Yeah, I think we're just going to put the Kiki under here. There's also a very real chance we could just win next turn. So we know that there's a Pestermite in our next 10 card, or a, wow, I already forgot which one we just put to the bottom. But in the next 10 cards, we have a combo piece. We'll get to see a couple cards. I guess we will shuffle with a Goalless if we end up using that. But I like our position a lot here. It really doesn't look like they have any like I think this is just a value Recurring Nightmare deck. It doesn't seem like they're hardcore Reanimator where they're playing like Ashen Rider type effects. I mean, famous last words. This is Scarab God, yeah. So we can just turn that into an Elk. That's not a problem at all. Oh no, we go to 13. All right, Twin. Twin is not what we want, but we are. I mean, we could just Golos again, but I think it's probably smarter. Well, if we Golos and hit Pestermite, we do just win. But I still think it's better to get rid of the Scarab God. Like, it can make an, oh yeah, actually definitely. It can make an Avalanche Riders and kill our Kiki Jiki. Yeah, we need to get rid of that ASAP. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we don't have enough for Oko plus 1 Power Stone plus Mystic Confluence, but we can satisfy ourselves with just 2. Actually, I guess, yeah, them killing Sherlock isn't actually that scary because we can just cast our Kiki Jiki, but we'd rather not expose him if we don't have to, so just run this guy out. Elk. All right, so now we can keep our Oko alive unless they have a kill spell. But if they have a kill spell and use it on this Golos, that's fine. We still are just working towards this Kiki combo. And and we also just have a counter spell with tons of upside. Mystic Confluence is just busted. If they don't do anything, I do think we're just going to fire off the draw 3. Like, we want to give them as few draw steps as possible since they could interact with us in a meaningful way. Could have instant speed kill spell, which would be bad against the Kiki combo, but I do think in this situation, like, they're sort of priced into using it. I mean, I guess even if they do, we could just block with Fumarole. So they, from there, like, I don't know if we, yeah, that'd be interesting if they did that, but they did not. They're sending everything at Oko, so, oh, this actually, I forgot about this. They actually, if we kill the Scarab God, they can just get it back. Basically for free. So, main options. We could animate Fumarole and block the Scarab God to keep it alive, to make sure we don't kill anything, and our Oko survives. We could just let the Oko die, but that seems not great. Oko is just very powerful. We could Confluence to bounce something, or we could just kill the Scarab God and let them get it back. Wow, this is actually a very tricky situation. think I like animating fumarole. Okay, I think this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna animate fumarole. Oh no. I was thinking we could animate fumarole, play Kiki off the shell dock, copy fumarole, and then block something, and then block everything, and they wouldn't have any creatures to sack, but that doesn't work because our fumarole would be tapped. I think I like just using fumarole to block here and having him take some damage. We still can cast our thing off of the shell dock if we need to. Yeah, I think this is probably the play. So Oko's going to drop to 2. That's fine. These things are going to bounce off of each other. That's good. We also could just end a turn, cast Kiki, and make another Wandering Fumarole for next turn. Oh, what is this? Oh, Yawgmoth. That's actually really good here. That's very good. So we need to. Wow, wait, that's amazing. Dang, we got punished for this. I mean, we can actually kill that with Oko, but that disrupts the combo and threatens the Fumarole, so that's very strong. Let's see, against this specific line, what would have been better? I'm not sure. So we definitely can't cast Kiki here because they can just kill it with Yawgmoth. I'm surprised they sacked that token, actually. I guess they're just going to leave the Recurring Nightmare in play, but now they can't activate it, really. Okay. Oh, they're just going to do this. All right. So they can just bring that back by sacking the Ophiomancer. I assume they're doing that. Oh, no, they're not. All right. They're just going to make another token. Sure. So they can kill our combo now. Let's just draw it. Oh, man. Okay. Let's see. I think we want to start by turning this into an elk. And then using Golos and hoping to hit Pestermite and then combo them that way. They'll probably sack the snake in response. We don't care too much about that. Although I guess they are just drawing a lot of cards. All right, they actually have a good engine going. We're in less of a good position than I thought we were at first. But we also could just win immediately, so that's cool. Let's see. All right. Hopefully we can get there. Nice. All right. So let's see. I think we're going to start by playing an island. Definitely not playing that mountain. And we will ice to tap down this swamp, right? I mean, they can't kill either of these things. Yeah, this looks good. So ice your swamp. This plays around. Oh, wow. Okay. They already know we have this, so I'm just going to play it just for the flex. And then yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to think if there's anything I'm forgetting. Like, if they put a -1 counter on this, that's fine. The others will not have that counter. So we'll just cast this on top of land. All right. Really interesting game. That was a cool one. I'm not sure I played it perfectly. I think there's certainly a lot of lines we could have taken that would lead us to losing. It's possible there's some that wouldn't have required us to hit that goalless. Although even if we had missed the goalless there, we wouldn't have lost. But all right, good. So 1-1, really interesting match so far. So we'll go to game 3. See if there's any changes we want to make. I wish we had Graveyard Hate of some sort. They have a really good value engine, honestly. The deck is better than I thought it was at first. Still don't think Artifact Hate looks good. Pyroclasm is not good. Chromox is a consideration on the draw. Firebolt just seems pretty bad. Like, I mean, yeah, I can kill Ophiomancer, but that's still not a great change, and they can get it back. I think I liked bringing out the Firebolt and bringing in the Chromox. I mean, we could just get him to Torok and have no cards to pitch to it. That's definitely possible, but we could also turn to a Fact or Fiction and never look back. We got off to a good start. I thought we were gonna roll over them that game, and they put up a very good fight. Ophiomancer, Recurring Nightmare, and Yawgmoth is a good engine. But I do still think we're favored even on the draw. Like, we're not a super heavy favorite. They have a lot of interaction and card advantage, but I still think we're favored here. Okay, this hand to keep. Not using Black Lotus very well, but I think we are just going to run it out on turn one. I mean, I think it's very unlikely they have any artifact removal, and it's possible we'd want to counterspell something. Black Lotus counterspell is certainly not the most broken use of it on turn one, but hey, what can you do? Oh, they have their own Black Lotus? That's not fair. And Torok? They're all about the turn one Ophiomancers. I mean, they only have 3 cards now. Like, sure. Okay. That's a fine draw. I mean, it's pretty bad. It's nice that it gives us another red, but I'm not too worried about that. So, I mean, we could just draw Kiki Jiki and win on turn 4. That'd be cool. Oh. Okay, wishing I had that Firebolt right now. I think we just let this resolve. I don't really want to blow a counterspell and Black Lotus on this. We would definitely counterspell it if we didn't have to sack the Lotus, but I mean, yeah, I actually have no idea what they'll take. I can reasonably imagine them taking any of these 3. We could have played Deceiver, untap, like we could have played Deceiver, counterspell, but I just don't really think that that's that important. I mean, we're taking a hits here. We're gonna take 3 this turn, then 4, and they have the Tar Pit, so they actually are threatening reasonable damage. If they don't take the Deceiver Exarch, okay, yeah. So the Deceiver Exarch will slow down their clock a lot. We'll only be taking 1 a turn until they animate the Tar Pit. Yeah, definitely no merit in flashing this Deceiver Exarch out to prevent 2 damage. That is an interesting one, but it's an interesting one for a different turn. We're still just going to go Island Go here. It's nice that they don't know about it, though. Like, they're much more likely to run an artifact that we can steal into this now. Night's Whisper, that is worth a counterspell. We want to keep them low on resources. They only have 2 cards, no lands. Okay, this is good. We're definitely just going to eat this Mesmeric Fiend. That was a really bad attack by our opponent, obviously. I mean, it doesn't. I can understand why it wouldn't feel great for them to just send for. I mean, they're still getting it for free. We wouldn't have blocked the Ophiomancer this way, but this seems good for me. So I think we're just gonna go Inspiring Vantage deck this turn. Amazing, great card to pitch. They have 1 card now. If they draw another land, they could kill the deck with the Creeping Tar Pit. But if they spend their whole turn doing that and we get to dig and fuel our thing, that seems good for us. So we'll pitch Chromox, and then this is interesting. I do really like Fire and Ice. I think we're just gonna pitch land actually. All the other cards are just very powerful. Like I do want a mountain. That would be a good card to draw, but like this kills Tar Pit. This is just shouldn't be a card. And then this is gonna be very good, especially if they don't kill our deck. If they do kill our deck and we don't draw land, we actually don't have a great. I mean, I guess we can just play Oko, and playing Oko is a pretty great turn, but it's not the best board for it. Like Tar Pit is just good against our planeswalkers, so that's a little bit unfortunate. We're obviously not blocking this snake. We will block the Ophiomancer, keep it alive, but hopefully they don't hit the land here. Oh, if they did, are they just gonna animate and send? Yep. All right, so deck down. That's not great. see, they're all going here. Yep. But that's not the end of the world either. Okay, island. See, treasure cruise costs 3, so we can't fire ice. And we could fire the Ophiomancer. I actually don't hate that. I think it uses mana enough more efficiently that that's worth it. So we can fire this. Just want to make sure I'm adding up right. Then we'll have 6 cards in the graveyard. So treasure cruise costs 2. Yep. So we'll do this, and then draw our 3 cards, and then this Oko can outpace their creeping tar pit. All right, that's some gas. I think we're just gonna send. We're definitely not gonna block either of these. I mean, we can't block this, and we're obviously not blocking that. So they have us on a bit of a clock, but we can Mystic Confluence to bounce some stuff if we need to. Are they just gonna animate again? Hopefully they do. Yeah. All right. If they didn't do that, that would mean they had a scary spell. And I don't like scary spells, and they're my scary spells. I think we just want to get this Oko out. I mean, we could. No, there's no real value in. Actually, no. We'll brainstorm now. Ideally, we had Sheldock, Kiki. Okay. I think we're just gonna shuffle away these 2 non-red lands. Alrighty, make our food. So we can shut down. I mean, the creep. Yeah, we definitely live this back to Black Mutavault now. We yeah, if they have a kill spell and okay, yeah, just animating the tar pit again. Sure. So we're just gonna let our Oko fall to 2. Your Oko is not our plan to win. It's a way to buy a lot of time, and it's doing a good job. Oh, Hymn to Torok here would be annoying. Oh, Fiend Artisan, that's not annoying. In fact, I actually think we're just gonna mind control that. Seems pretty good. We can find our Kiki with it. We just need 1 black or green. Yep. Ooh, interessante. So, wow, our head is just stacked. I think it probably is best just to make a food and steal our Fiend Artisan. Yeah. I guess we could. No, we should do this. We don't want them to sack this for anything scary. Thank you very much. And so, yeah, we want +2, so that it's out of tar pit range. Is there any value in attacking here? No, there's not. We're not gonna like win by nickel and diming damage. Either we're gonna win by infinite comboing them or playing Inferno Titan. And I like being able to leave up double block on the Mutavault. If they send a snake, we will just trade it with a Fiend Artisan. And if they animate Mutavault as well, we'll bounce the Mutavault into the thing. And okay, yeah, that's fine. We would have blocked Exarch on Mutavault and then traded these 2, but no, we'll just trade these 2. Do wish we had a Fire and Ice for this right now, obviously, but like this is fine. If they're spending all of their turns just killing this thing. All right, so we'll just play our land and make one of these things into 3/3 and attack for 3. I think a 3/3 is better than 3 extra life here. Oh, actually, yeah, no, I was just assuming our deck was going to die, but we obviously have this Mystic Confluence. So if they just animate and swing, we'll just bounce, draw. And they can fizzle if they kill spell their own thing, but if they kill spell their own thing, they have far bigger problems than, then yeah, we just win. All right, Dark Slick Shores is not too scary here. Okay, so we'll just do this play. It's really nice they played their land pre-combat, so they can't replay this thing. Mystic Confluence, so good. Dig Through Time, so good. Kiki Jiki, so good. I think, oh, they didn't even let us do it. All right, well, great match. That was a really interesting, interactive match. And I mean, there's some games, it wasn't a match where we just go turn 3 combo piece, turn 4 combo piece, win. Like, we actually had to make some relevant decisions there, which is always fun. I prefer matches like that, definitely. I mean, I'll draft a broken combo deck that's easy if it's passed to me, but That's the Magic I like to play. Oh, ooh. Almost forgot. We definitely want to. Oh, sorry about bad technology. But we definitely want to fix our mana base here. So bring this in, bring this in, bring these out. Like you can see, like it actually is very relevant. The goalless thing mattered a lot last game, or in game 2 rather. All right. What's our best matchup? I feel like we'd have a pretty. I don't think we have any like super swingy matchups in either direction. I just think we'll be slightly favored usually. All right, this is just a turn 1 Oka, which will absolutely just win in a lot of matchups. Oh, and they're on mulligan, we're on play. They're playing Boros. They're on Moldify. Feeling pretty good about our odds this one. In fact, there's a good chance they'll just scoop the Oko and not show us what they're playing. Oh, I mean, yeah, especially if they're on Moldify. That's a bummer, actually. I would have loved to have our absolutely broken draw on the game when they didn't Moldify. We could have had a long, or like turn 1 Oko and beat their good draw, and then game 2 when they're on the play, then they Moldify and we get the win there. I'm going to crack this for green to make them think we're a base green deck if they just scoop to it. So this is a decently fast clock that also interacts with everything they do very well. And it's completely unkillable unless they have a specific card that kills it. Oh, I mean, Swamp could. If they have a Murderer's Rider on turn 3, I mean, we'll have 2 3/3s out of it, but all right, we would love to not show them red, which, I mean, our mana base is doing a good job of making sure that's the case. But, yeah, like if they, I mean, just the less information they have, the better. Oh, if they have Entomb Reanimate here, I mean, we can Oko a lot of things, but if they just reanimate an Ashen Rider on turn 2, kill our Oko, we're actually pretty far behind. That would be crazy if we lost this game with a turn 1 Oko when they mulled a 4 and we were on the play. But I mean, I mean, I guess yeah, like a Grizzlebrand would be pretty good, but like, I mean, yeah, as long as we have this Oko, whatever they reanimate isn't too scary. I guess like Inkwell Leviathan, that would be good. That would be very good actually. They'd be had if they had an Inkwell Leviathan on turn 2. I don't feel bad about saying that. If they do that, props to them. It does that like. It seems like this is a deck that's like. I mean, we've seen 2 cards, but my guess is that they're a deck that's like pretty all in on the combo and very linear and fast, and they're going to mulligan aggressively to find that combo. So, like, yeah, there's not much we can do about that, honestly. Our sideboard is not very well suited for it. Thing in the ice, and like, yeah, nothing we have is really great. I mean, I was talking about Firebolt's actually decent, but not looking great here. Okay, if they just do that, that's like not scary at all. That's not even a. Oh, okay. I mean, they're going to lose both of their lands, but they are going to kill our Oko. All right. Well done, opponent, I guess. I mean, turn 2 Sundering Titan is something. I still think we're very ahead. Like, we have a huge mana advantage and a creature on the board and more cards in hand. But they're putting up a good fight. Gotta give them props for that. And that was obviously that was the worst draw in our deck for sure. I mean, literally any land would be better than an island, and I think any spell would be better than any land at this point. So that's not great. That is great. So we're just looking for like ways to press this advantage and slam the door. I mean, we take card draw, you take any form of pressure. Basically, we're taking most spells. If it was like 2 red lands, that'd be pretty interesting. I kind of want to bottom both of these, honestly. Like, just drawing a mountain is not that great. Inferno Titan obviously is a bottom. Like, we need triple red for this, and this card doesn't do that much, so I think we're just going to bottom both. Okay, that's great. That's much better than either of those other 2 cards. And it also, like, having this makes the mountain look worse. So, okay, Putrid Imp. That's not too bad, actually. That is very, very good. So I think we're just going to Firebolt and then Delvoyer and Firebolt. Obviously bad value, but I don't want to give them too many opportunities. They didn't even do anything in response. That's nice. Oh, wait, we actually don't even need to Delvoyer or Firebolt. Do we need to cast this now? Yes, we do. Right? Yeah. I mean, if we want to leave our Firebolt, we have to main phase this, but that's fine. Such a embarrassment of riches. We definitely want Mystic Confluence. Golos is fine. Actually, and I think we want a Mystic Confluence in Golos. Shelldock Isle is good, but Golos can find us a black source, and then we can start using the ability. So, yeah, we'll take these two. Let me shuffle in our library so the order does not matter here. We also have them on a clock. They are at 8. Okay, I think we're just gonna hold that Mystic Confluence. Like we could play Golos and start going off, but like we have 2 great instant speed plays, including a counterspell. Like we don't need to get greedy. The rest. I mean, yeah, that's something we'll Mystic Confluence. We are really burying our opponent here. They put up such a good fight, but we just sort of have it all. I do actually think this is maybe going to sound mean, but like there's value in just like burying your opponent in game 1. Like if I truly believe that if they think they're a huge dog in game 2, it'll make them play worse. And so I do think just like winning by a lot is better than just like squeaking it out in the abstract if you can choose either, which obviously is not always the case. So the one thing they could possibly do is Shallow Grave Emrakul. So I do think now that we don't have any counterspell, just getting permanents into play so that we have stuff left over is pretty valuable. So we'll pick up this Lava Claw Reaches for black. Play our Fumarole. Added 3 creatures to the board that turn, sort of. Actually, no, because we don't have any black around to animate this. All right. I mean, yeah, they mulled a 4 and we had turn 1 Oko. Like, not sure there's a big lesson to be learned there from anyone who's trying to further their skills, but we won. So there's that. Firebolt's good against Putrid Imp. And it can potentially I actually do think like if they have reanimate the card, then their life total could be low. So burning them out is an option. I do think if they have Shallow Grave, they likely have Eldrazi. So that's scary. We can't do anything about that. I mean, Ice is good against all the non-Emrakul Eldrazi. We can tap it before it attacks, but with Shallow Grave specifically. I guess Thing in the Ice is sort of an answer, but it's pretty bad. I guess we also didn't see anything with Shield Breaker there, so maybe we do want Thing in the Ice here. Yeah, I think this seems reasonable to me. Some consideration of reworking on mana base to account for that, but I don't think we need any more mountains. Or any more islands, rather. We have a lot of blue sources. Good hand. Definitely not going to play Preordain on turn 1. We want to get the counter off this Thing in the Ice. The situation we're striving for is one where we have a Thing in the Ice that we can just flip at will. So if they get anything terrifying into play, we can bounce it, even if it's an Emrakul. Although, obviously, I think we're still going to play Fumarole. Like, we want to have access to red mana, and Shelldock Isle gets better, A, when you know more information about what you want, and B, when you can set it up somehow. So, like, if we could preordain and see 2 things, that'd be nice. Okay, so we'll likely just be firing that. We might want to play Thing in the Ice first. Or they might just take Fire Ice. That's probably the most likely, actually. They definitely won't take Dig. I mean, they could take Preordain, but that doesn't seem like it accomplishes a whole lot. Okay, I mean, Firebolt's a good draw now, for sure. We will get this Thing in the Ice out there. Actually, I generally put my lands on this side, my spells here, but I think it's good to have a break of the cards they know. It's weird. Oh, never mind. Nothing's weird. We don't need to do anything. I hate how they do this with split cards. I'm also just gonna take that away because, yeah. Oh wait. Oh, actually screwed this up. I think. Not very relevant game decision, but I'm pretty sure this should be there. Oh, rewarded. I mean, as in not punished for my inconsequential mistake. So, all right, they take the preordain. We're a long way away from this dig, obviously, but they don't really have any pressure. So we have time right now. We can just get our shell dock into play, build towards this Golos. Signet would probably be our best draw here, or just like card draw. That's potentially very good. There's some value in the fact that we only have an island to play against Sundering Titan. All right, we'll take the Mystic Confluence here. Pestermite, like, there's obviously a world where that's really important, but we'll almost have yeah, I just think this is just such a powerful card. Like, just having it for 2 mana is going to be a good play. And if we're at a point where we have Kiki and, like, are using Shell Dock and stuff, it's very unlikely that we need to combo immediately and that a Mystic Confluence wouldn't win the game. Okay, that's actually pretty annoying. I was hoping they were going to play something that we could control magic, but this is, I mean, it swings through Thing of the Ice. It obviously gives them value. They could find our Kiki Jiki, which would really weaken our deck. And it's not a good control magic target. So definitely that was one of the best cards. Like, that was probably one of the best fair cards they could have played there. Obviously, like, Entomb, Shallow Grave, Emrakul is a lot worse, but out of just like a creature, it really checks all the boxes. So if we draw a land, we're definitely just gonna like do nothing and play our Golos. Okay, yeah. If we didn't draw a land, it would be really awkward if we didn't control magic and then didn't draw a land and didn't do anything next turn either. Oh man. To control magic or not to control magic? I mean, we can take a couple 3-point hits. Yeah, no, we shouldn't control magic this. We're just gonna pass. We'll take it. Yeah, we can take 3 a couple turns, and if we're still taking 3 after a while, we might need to do something to intervene with this holding pattern. But if we're just playing lands and like we have Golos next turn, we could maybe trade the Golos with the Gonti. Oh, that's actually really good thing we didn't control magic that. If they just immediately bounced it and replayed it, that would be bad. But Gonti and Caracas is good. And that actually, yeah, Caracas is just amazing against us. I think we actually want to bring in Avalanche Riders for that. Yeah, that could be good, but doesn't do anything yet. So we'll just get this guy going. I guess we'll just get Black Red, get Lava Claw. Oh, actually, no, I think it's better to get green. Right? Yeah, I think, yeah, I mean, if we draw Oka, we want to be able to cast him. So, I mean, we could get a fetch land and stuff. Actually, that would fuel the dig. Let's see. Actually, yeah, I think we should get a fetch land because we can't dig next turn unless we do that. And it also brings us a little closer to Shell Dock. So, let's try it is. It's worse against Sundering Titan, but that's fine. So I would imagine they're gonna. Oh, Fact or Fiction. Oh, whoa, that's a lot of good stuff too. Jeez. Well, we obviously cannot give them Entomb and Corpse Dance. How's it look if we do this? Then they can Entomb. Oh man, Crocus is just so good. I was thinking we could steal their mind control or their Elishnorn, but we just can't. If we do this, they'll probably take the Entomb pile. But Entomb doesn't do a whole lot when they already have a big graveyard. Rotting Regisaur is a good thing to mind control that they can't bounce to their hands with Caracas. And if they take the bottom pile, that's fine. They have 2 uncastables and then a Corpse Dance that, I mean, Corpse Dancing Rotting Regisaur is not that impressive. I think we'll do this. I'm guessing that they're going to take this top pile because they're probably going to overvalue how good Rotting Regisaur is without the knowledge that we have a control magic. We're definitely really far behind though. Like I think we're going to lose this game. Yeah, they took the pile that we expected. I mean, yeah, like Entomb is just not like if they have Shallow Grave in hand, like and they have an Emrakul in their deck. All right, you got me. Like, okay, so they just bounce our Golos. That's fine. Man, yeah, Caracas is truly incredible against us. Except our combo stops one of our main alternate win conditions. Very good with their own deck. Hard for us to interact with. I mean, impossible for us to interact with right now. They could just Shallow Grave this Corpse down. Or Shallow Grave Elish Norn. Then hit us for what, 8, 11? We'd potentially want to jump block there. Exhume. All right, hopefully they take the Angel of Serenity, but I think they'll take the Elish Norn. Yeah. Okay, this thing in the ice is not even close to flipping, so I actually think we are just gonna jump here. But yeah, this is not looking good at all. How could we get out of this? Just the fact that they have Caracas, so we can't even try to combo them is just rough. Man, yeah, then they take our dig, so we don't really have much going at all in our hand either. I mean, we could just control magic as a removal spell to get back our Kite Self Rebooter. Or to kill our Kite Self Rebooter, obviously with the Elish Norn, and get back our Fire and Ice. I guess that, I mean, that's so bad, but it might still be the play. We're taking 7, we're at 10, like we're dead on board. Man. What does Golos do? Nothing. They just bounce it. We get a land that doesn't help. I think we're gonna DAC. Just digging for the combo. Like this Golos is not gonna do anything here. It'll also help us get to our Shell Dock, which is nice because we can get rid of that Elish Norn, at least for a while. Ooh, okay. Well, we'll discard Island Golos. Oh wait, no, we need this. Oh no. Yeah, we'll discard Island Golos, play Black Lotus, control magic, and hold up Counterspell or Fire Ice. How good is it to hold up Counterspell? Because alternatively, we could have more consistent mana. I think it's worth it to hold up Counterspell. I mean, we could also just take this, then they bounce it. Oh no, actually, yeah, this is definitely what we want to do. Oh, they could bounce it in response. I was hoping we could take it and then they bounce it end of turn and we get to kill their Kite Shell Freebooter. If they bounce it in response, it still slows them down a lot. I think that's worth it actually, though, instead of taking the Freebooter. Just like this would be amazing. Obviously, if they didn't have Caracas, this would just win the game. But we can't counter it. Like, yeah, this just happens. But now they can't even kill our deck, and they have a much slower clock. So I think this is a lot better for us. So we know their hand. Elish Norn, Tomb, Rotting Regisaur. This Bloodstone is interesting. I mean, we want. I just how do we win this game? I guess Inferno Titan is probably how we win this game. So we probably should just fetch for a for Steam Vents here. I know Electrola is relevant, so I don't love just like holding it and waiting in case we draw an Oko. Like it would feel bad if we did draw an Oko and we'd fetch the Steam Vents, but like it's actually pretty close. Oh, I forgot they still have a card under this Golos too, don't they? Or did they play something? Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, obviously cannot let this happen. All right, so now we need to decide. I think we should just get the red. I don't like going to 7, but I think the red, like, I think it's important. Good thing we went with a Black Lotus play. This would have obviously ended the game on the spot. Terastodon, blow up, Sheldock. Like, I don't even know exactly what it would do, but we just, they don't have Regisaur. I don't know why I thought they did. They don't have Intimidator. So they have Elsinore and one unknown. It'll be interesting if they send these at us or at Dak. I sort of think they'll send them at us. But I'm still so confused. What did they take with this Gonti? There's no cards in exile. Yeah, I don't know. Well, tell me in the comments if you see what they took. That's, I mean, it's not like super relevant at this stage, but I'm just confused. So we get to Mystic Confluence here, which is really nice. Yeah, actually, we're not in that bad of a position right now, which is shocking. I mean, we're definitely behind, but like I thought we were just dead basically on board. Let's see. Yeah, which can we do? Like we sort of want this mountain, but I mean, yeah, like yeah, I think we got punished here, but I think we still took the right line. And now the question is if we want to play the mountain out. Obviously, we're discarding these two. Or actually, I guess it's not obvious that we're doing that, but I do think that's correct. Let's see. We already have enough mana to animate and Sheldock. I think I'm. Oh, yeah, I think we should hold. Like it would just suck if an extra we just looted and then drew like 2 combo pieces and had to discard 1. So our plan is to the turn that we are going to combo, we're going to ice and tap their Caracas. Like that's the way we win this game. This turn, our plan is to animate Fumarole and block the Gonti, and they can either bounce the Gonti to their hand or let them trade. I think either one of which is a pretty good exchange for us. Actually, yeah. I'll be interested to see what they pick here. I think we would rather them let the trade happen. Like if we were threatening to kill, we would definitely want them to tap the Caracas, but so block here. This obviously puts us down in red, and in this case, we'll definitely want this mountain play, but we can make that happen. Actually, in hindsight, okay, they are just bouncing their Gonti, sure. So this is actually great. Now they're going to play the Gonti, and we can counter bounce the freebooter draw, or just counter draw. Let's see, do we have enough mana to kill them if we get the combo piece? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we do. Ooh, Necrotal. That's annoying because we wanted to get rid of the Gonti, but we will counter this for sure. I think we're just going to counter draw. Okay. I mean, yeah, that's what we wanted to hit. Wait, actually, yeah, we're in great position now. I mean, we could just win, or we could play Inferno Titan and kill this, and then just have. All right, I think we just win. So discard this and this. Just want to make sure I'm looking at this right. We know their hand. We can play this on top of. Yeah, we're good. Wow, that's sick. All right. Nice Caracas, bro. This is how you play well. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm really happy with how this played out. I think we've taken. This has been a really close game with a lot of places to slip up, but we managed to get there. All right, 2-0. Hopefully we can finish this off and pick up that trophy. 2 black graveyardy decks in a row is interesting. I don't know if that's a better or worse matchup than average. We don't have any like targeted graveyard hate, so that's a little bit unfortunate, I guess. But we do have like counter magic. They don't have like a lot of their removal is sorcery speed, which is nice. I'm actually amazed we could beat that Caracas, to be honest. Like, yeah, in game 2 there, I really thought we were at a couple different points, but things crumbled the right way. I wonder what's our aggro matchup like? I think game 1 it would be rough. Like we don't have a consistent combo, so we can't really rely on just like killing them before they kill us. And Inferno Titan is great. Fire Confluence is great. We have some good cards. Oko is great. Maybe we have a good matchup, but I do think post board it would be very good. I'm gonna quickly run and grab my charger. Yeah, I'm gonna join this. Grab my charger. I'll be back in a second. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. It is exceptionally clear that this is not a professional thing right now, but hopefully the content quality is high enough that that's all right. Our opponent wishes good luck. Okay, this hand. No blue mana, obviously. Very awkward. No plays we can do. So this hand is closer than it looks. Like if we draw it, like we have a lot of blue sources, so we're very likely to get a blue. I like our opponent. So if we hit a land for 1 Power Stone, we can play Golos on turn 4. We have no interaction. If we don't draw a land, we're just dead. I think we can do better. This deck is very strong. Okay, yeah, this hand is way better. What to put on the bottom? I don't love dig in the opener, but I don't really want 5 lands. I think we're just gonna put back an island. Yeah, this seems fine. We can fetch our tropical island with this. So looks like mono green. All right. I mean, yeah, this is interesting. That's a great drop. Control magic is phenomenal in these matchups. So we will fetch our trop and suspend this ancestral. Actually, I'm just gonna quickly check. Sorry about this delay. I know this is a little unprofessional. Hopefully I can edit this out, but man, okay. Yay, this is why I can't stream. Sometimes my computer just struggles. All right, so suspend this. Okay, sorry about that. We'll get back to some game and some analysis now. So yeah, I think we are not super favored. Like we're on the draw, and they have their best possible start, and they're they sort of going off right now. But hopefully this control magic can put in some work, and this ancestral can catch us back up, and they don't kill us before we can do these things. Hey, that's a pretty good draw. Actually, better than pretty good. That was probably one of our best draws. Ooh, okay, they're really beaten down. So they're hitting for 8 this turn. Jeez, wait, wow, okay. So I don't know if we can even afford to play this 1 Power Stone now if we have to shock. Like, I mean, if we shock and go to 9, and then they hit us for 8 and we're at 1, then even if we control magic the questing beast, we're dead on board. So I think we actually just have to play this tapped and hope to draw land. This is a really mono green aggro here. And if they add anything else to the board, obviously that's even worse. But I think we'll be favored in games 2 and 3. Oh, 7 mana. There's definitely no 7 mana play we can beat here. Yeah, that's gonna do it here. I mean, I guess I'll take the draw step, but yeah, we don't even have a land. Yeah, there's no way we'll win this game. All right, well played, opponent. They really had to not draw. I think even our best draws would very much struggle against that. But like, they had Mox and turn 1 Derogatory Speaker. They were on the play. They had Questing Beast. All right, well, we've lost game 1 before. We can make this happen. So Flame Slash, Pyroclasm, Thane the Ice all look decent. What doesn't look as good? Yeah, I don't really know what to cut here. A lot of our cards do look pretty good. I think we can cut 1 Power Stone. There's decent chance they have artifact removal, and like we're trying to be low to the ground if we can. Embrace Shieldbreaker seems probably unnecessary. That card has been weak this league. I do think like there's a lot of decks that are very reliant on artifacts. I mean, it hits Mox, but like I think it's just not necessary really. And then maybe we just cut this thing in the ice. Like we have a decent number of cheap instants and sorceries, but like not a ton. I think we'll just run this. I kind of want another red source if we're bringing in 2 cheap red cards that we really want to have early. So I think we're going to cut 1 island. It would be a real bummer to have a Pyroclasm and no red mana when they have like a bunch of elves. All right, hopefully we get some more interaction this game. Okay, this sounds good. I mean, it sounds great. Like we have, I wish we had a play on turn 2, but the fact that we have Dak and Oko is going to be really good against a lot of stuff. Oh man, not this again. Burn spell? Okay. The old Botanical Sanctum Lava Claw Reach a start. Truly classic. Okay. Oh, nice. That is what we wanted to see. So we're definitely going to Oko plus on this. Like, yeah, just tuck. Ooh, that's. I think we should still Oko plus. Yeah, we should. But that's interesting. Like, I mean, there's an argument to like not doing that, but like if they just plow under or something next turn, like that's just so bad. And they're setting them back 2 mana is so strong. And we have a Deceiver check the block. It's annoying that Pyroclasm can't kill it anymore. Pyroclasm and Oko are not necessarily great together, but I think that was fine. Hopefully they just play like another dork and we can just Pyroclasm them both and then make an elk. Or make a food. Okay, if they do nothing here, I think we're just gonna make a food and pass and see Exarch a land in their upkeep. Yeah, that seems good. I'm not too worried about running this Deceiver Exarch into play. Like, they're unlikely to have ways to interact with it. It would be, oh, I guess the one argument against this is if they have land questing beast now, that's really bad. Like, they can just kill our Oko. Oh, they have it. Maybe. Oh, harmonize. Okay, I mean that's good. It's a good card, but that's a lot less scary than a questing beast would have been there. Okay, so I think we're gonna take this opportunity to get our DAC down. I'd love to be able to just steal something immediately, but this is still pretty good. I actually think we're gonna ditch the Clasm here. Inferno Titan does the same thing but better. So we can discard these two, play our mountain. So now we have our triple red. Animate this. And do we want to attack or just pass? I think we do want to attack. I don't think they're gonna have any interaction. Obviously, if these trade, that's totally fine. So we're not gonna tap something in upkeep here. I think there's a good chance we're gonna want to use fire. Actually, we could. No. I think we want to. Yeah, there's a good chance they hit the questing beast off the harmonize or their draw step. Can't decide how many lands to tap here. Oh, whoa. Was not expecting that. I mean, we were definitely ahead, but well, all right. Game 3 of the finals, I guess. They saw the Pyroclasm, which is annoying. Avalanche Riders, probably not in the draw. I mean, if they have like a Guy's Cradle or something, this could be nice. Then we also could cut them off blue. Oh, they probably had a lot of blue mana and they were frustrated that they just had forests. That'd be my psychological analysis of our opponent's play there. Definitely want Chromox in the draw. Chromox is probably our best non-black Lotus card right now. We just want to not get run over early. Like they obviously you see in game one, like they were just so fast. We had a lot of gas in hand, but we just couldn't get there. So Chromox will help a lot with that. All right, yeah, we have 4 cheap burn spells, so hopefully we can draw one of them. Oh, jeez. Well, opponent is a great person. They did just give us some valuable information. They keep. Oh, they mold. I think we're gonna mold too. I mean, turn 1 Shell Dock is nice, but like these cards are just so expensive, and we need some enablers. Okay, this hand is pretty great. Do they keep? Oh, they went to 5. Well, we will keep. We're obviously keeping all 3 land and control magic. I think we wanted to keep that. So it's between Chromox and Deceiver Exarch. I think on a mulligan, we are going to pitch the Chromox. It'll be frustrating if they have a nut draw and we just draw a bunch of spells that are too slow, but like, I want the Exarch a lot. Like, the combo is very, very powerful against green decks. I mean, we could just pitch the deck, honestly, but no. Like, what are we? We have no plan then, really. We're not progressing. So yeah, we'll pitch this. I'm not 100% confident in this in that bottom for sure, but I think this is decent. Derogatory speaker again. Ooh. Okay, that makes me. Oh well. Them not having planned turn 1 made me feel better about pitching the Chromox. Me drawing Mystic Confluence made me feel worse because obviously that's expensive and that's super scary. Okay, I mean, yeah, they get 1 turn where they can just absolutely go off. Next turn we can Deceiver Exarch to tap that down if we want to. Hopefully they go land Wurmcoil. That's not land Wurmcoil. So they have infinite mana. Hopefully they don't have gas in their hand. This turn we can tap down their Primeval Titan and then steal it. So that's nice. But now they just have 10 mana. So like they're like, I mean, they might just be able to hardcast Emrakul this game. Not what we wanted there. Okay, so definitely tapping this prime time in their upkeep or in their again combat. Okay, that's. I mean, yeah, they're doing scary stuff. I guess questing beast isn't too bad. I mean, it's good against Dak, but as it turned out, we would have been better off pitching Dak for sure. So note that. I'm not saying that it was wrong given our information set at the time, but that's definitely how it's played out. Okay, so we will control magic their prime time, take a hit. That's not too bad. And then we can just get infinite mana, so that's nice. And also, since we're getting a lot of mana, actually, this deck, oh, scary. Oh, Harmonize, that's brutal with the Rofellos. I mean, we might just die this turn. They could just Crater Hoof us and kill us. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, we're just super in bad position now. Like, we need to find Kiki-Jiki immediately. We also need to find land this turn so we can Mystic Confluence, or else we're just going to die. Oh, not the land we wanted. So, let's see. They have 10, 11, 12. I mean, they don't have lethal on board. We could just, yeah, because we can block their fellows. I guess we just play Mystic or Boros Signet, Dak, and Lava Claw, and that's all of our red. So, I mean, we have outs to win here. Like, we'll go to two, lose our Dak, and we just need to find a Kiki-Jiki in our top 3 cards and have them not add anything to the board. They can't Vivian to kill our Signet or anything. So, we have a plan. It involves Kiki-Jiki, the Mirror Breaker being in our top 3 cards. Or, I mean, I guess we can even buy another turn with Mystic Confluence. So we have some draws. But we definitely need to get pretty lucky here. That Harmonize off the top was brutal. Okay. Food token will not. Oh! Okay. Okay. So discard land or Ancestral and Fiery Confluence. And land go. Don't kill me, please. They have exactly 12 damage of creatures. But I doubt they'll be able to remove this Deceiver Exarch. I mean, they can plus the Vivian and potentially just kill me. Like, they could hit an Emrakul or something. I'm not going to say we're even favored from this position. Crater Hoof Behemoth, yep. All right, well, I mean, we put ourselves in a position to win. Yeah, I think we played that game pretty well. I do wonder, like, maybe we win this game if we keep the Chromox instead, although the Dak drawing this card was important. Yeah, all right, so 2-1, not inspiring, but not bad. Yeah, I'd give that deck a 9. We went 2-1. So yeah, I'm happy with the deck. I think our opponent's deck was very strong. I mean, like, a good green deck. They had Mox multiple games. They had Crater Hoof. They had Rofellos. They had the Vivian to kill. Like, if we had been able to use the Primeval Titan deck, that's a different game. Like, a lot of things had to go. Yeah, I don't know. We played well. I think we had a good deck. We went 2-1, and yeah, first league. Hopefully, first of many. I would love to start doing this more regularly. And I would also, like I said earlier, love to have someone help me out with the technology side. Definitely let me know in the comments, and we can potentially text or figure something out. And I'd really appreciate that a lot. Congrats, Bob Slayer 123. I'm Bob, and I've been slain.